Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to Dr. Rosmi Hasni. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Fatin Nurdiana Binti Mohamad Zaidi. I am from Group B AE6N and today I'm going to present about the nature of insurance. Insurance can be defined as an agreement whereby a group of individuals facing similar risks can share the fortuitous losses of the unlucky few by the transfer of such risk to the insurer who agrees to compensate the losses. Next, let's take a look at how does the insurance works. Insurer can collect premiums from a group of people in similar circumstances, not all of whom will suffer losses in any one year. These premiums are then pooled together, used by the insurer to pay losses. Losses are thus shared out among all the policyholders rather than borne solely by the unlucky few. Next is about the concept of common pool. Common pool is an insurance company sets itself up to operate the pool. It takes contributions in the form of insurance premiums from many insureds and pay for the losses of a few. The operation of the common pool is very much based on the successful application of the law of large numbers. So what is the law of large number? For your information, insurance can only work effectively if there are large numbers of contributors to the common pool. It also states that the larger the group of similar risks, the closer the actual losses experienced by the group will approach the expected losses. However, the concept of the law of large number can only operate effectively if these requirements are fulfilled. The requirements are large number of similar loss exposures, random occurrence of losses, and loss exposures must be independent. Next is there are 8 characteristics of insurable risk. The first characteristic is fortuitous losses. It means that the loss must be accidental, unintentional, and randomly occurred by chance in nature. The second characteristic is financial value, which means the losses must be accessible and can be measured in monetary terms or financially measurable. The third characteristic is insurable interest, which means there must be a legally recognized relationship between the insured and the financial loss. Therefore, the insured must stand to suffer the financial loss if the risk does occur. The fourth characteristic is large number of similar risks. In order for the insurer to be able to predict the losses and calculate a suitable premium accurately, there must be a large number of similar risks. Therefore, if there are a large number of similar risks, only then can the risk be classified as an insurable risk. The next characteristic is pure risk. Insurers will only insure pure risk because there is no element of gain profits. In a pure risk situation, one will suffer a loss or incur no loss. Hence, there is no possibility of profiting from a pure risk. Another characteristic is legal and Another characteristic is legal and not against public policy, which means the item to be insured should be legal and not against public policy. The insurance contract is said to be against public policy if they tend to promote breach of the law or tend to harm the state or its citizens. Next characteristic is no catastrophic loss. A catastrophic loss arises when a large number of risks incurs losses at the same time or when one huge loss takes place, such as wars and natural disasters. The last characteristic of insurable risk is reasonable premium, which means the premium must be reasonable and in relation to the potential loss. Risks that have high frequency and high severity will result a much higher premium than risks that have low frequency and low severity. Next, let's move to the function of insurance. The functions of insurance are divided into three categories, which are premium function, secondary function, and indirect function. The premium function is for risk transfer mechanism, as for secondary function is to release funds otherwise tied up in reserve, to stimulate business enterprise, reduce fear and worry, reduce losses, encourage saving, and to offer social benefits. Lastly, indirect function which for investment of funds, invisible exports, and source of employment. Next, There are a lot of benefits of insurance. One of the benefits is peace of mind. It is because the premium that the insured person pay to the insurance company is the price that guarantees the insurance company will cover the damage in case of unforeseen event, and that guarantees may bring peace of mind to the insured person. The second benefit is loss control that will minimize losses of equipment and property while protecting assets. The third benefit is social benefits, which means current transfer received by household intended to provide for the needs that arise from certain event or circumstances. For example, sickness, unemployment, retirement, housing, and education. Last but not least, another benefits of insurance are invisible earnings and investment of fund. Okay, so I guess that's all from me, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.